here at Loch Trull and Bruce's Stone, where, all being well, we're down here in 24 hours time. It's now 7:30. Oh, Brucey. 5:45 AM, Sunday the 11th of April 2021, and at Bruce's Stone, ready to kick off the Galloway Ring of Fire. First ascent, heading off the track straight up through the forestry, and there's going to be quite a bit of the hacking, I think, on this route. 45 miles, 13,000 feet of elevation, and around 30 tops, and certainly at a lower level I think quite a lot of tussock wading, such as we have here. Oh, happily the ground seems to be quite hard underfoot, frozen overnight. Oh dear. And actually not too bad going. I'm 40 minutes in and already starting to wonder if I gave my sock game enough thought. It's knee-high heather and tussocks, which are quite abrasive on the shins. Moldonach, 6:41, so just under an hour to the first top, and what a morning! Could not have picked a better day. It's a bit of a contour round to Peak 2, but mercifully a little easier for the running. Peak 2. Number 3, Lammerkin Hill, and number 2 was Larg Hill, just back there, and heading on to Galloway Hill 4, coming soon. 8 o'clock on the dot, Galloway, probably one of the best named hills in Scotland. Well, nice descent off Galloway, and actually I've just got my feet wet in a non-frozen bog for the first time. Number 5, Red Geary Top, and a good old slog from Galloway back behind me, and I think in the distance I can see right down as far as the Isle of Man and the Mull of Galloway. Very clear today. 8:51. And coming up to Peak 6, Mill 4. Just had a quick look at the phone, and I've been averaging just over 3 miles an hour. Number 7, Ken's Garach. And looking north to the sort of eastern ridge of the Ring of Fire. Absolutely flat calm. Just coming down to the end of the first sort of leg, I suppose, over some fantastic terrain here. Oh, yes! Just gone 9:30 and feeling good so far. Just on the climb up to the 8th peak, and it's some pretty heavy going underfoot. I'm hoping to get above this heather in not too long and free the shins from the scraping. It transpires that I've just been over Hill 8, Daru or Darry or something I think it's called, and without even realising I was on it. Just scared a couple of pheasants out of the, or grouse out of the undergrowth. first people I've seen all day. Well, this one's been a real slog, and looking forward to getting clear of these tussocks and hopefully up into some more runnable terrain. So this is me on actually on Michael Milliere is how I would say it, which is actually, I thought I was only on Little Milliere, but actually Little Milliere was what I thought was Daru, and Daru was the one that I thought I almost missed, or did miss. So ahead of the game, there we go. Or actually that's the summit over there, so I still need to do some trotting, but oh, disarray. So we're on the main ridge now, heading north, sun on my back, and many more hills to come. Number 11, middle down, and just saw my first person of the day, and I think there's actually a couple more coming up. Unbelievable, what are they doing up here? Number 12, mill 4. A couple of heavy showers around, not being hit by one just yet, and conditions prime for running along the ridge lines. Loving it. Happily, there's a quad track running along the top of the ridge here, which is making the going much easier than it otherwise would be. Bit of precipitation falling at the moment. Not sure whether it's hail or snow. Number 13, Corsorine. Oh, and immediately on to Carlin's Cairn, not far away. Superb. Cannot complain about conditions underfoot here. This is absolutely perfect. Long may it continue. Popping out on Carlin's Cairn. Worth a look. Great stuff, Carlin. But I'll move on, I think. 15, Mule. Fantastic vista back to Carlin's Cairn, and I've gone out and back to that chap over there. And then there's a few tiddlers to pick off before descending to Loch Doon. Just stopping to apply a bit of the magic tape to the balls of feet, because the ankle rolling and the foot sliding in the shoe is causing some rubbing. Like a bit of arbitrary peak bagging. This is the second Cairnsgarrick of the day, out and back from the main ridge. Happy to see most of this precipitation bouncing off me as snow, which is fortunate because I'm wearing my 7 or 8 year old cycling jacket, which is not waterproof. 17, low. Knock hour. Peak 19. And probably the least impressive so far. Pretty tough going, this stuff. Not good for the running. And just concentrating on making forward progress at the moment. Black Grade, number 20, and we're 7 hours and 53 minutes in, 26.2 miles done. These tussocks are literally the worst terrain you could ask for. You just either disappear between them, or if you tread on them, they just subside. Real contrast to be running through the forest amid the greenery and away from the horrible tussocks, although this doesn't look too good either. Oh, I think that might be a forest track. Now that would be good. Will it be? That looks very promising. Come on! Well, I enjoyed the forest track to start with, but I've been quite happy with a few tussocks just now. Finally a bit of respite from the sun, and I was berating myself for not bringing a peak cap or sunglasses, and there's just no cover the whole way along the forest track, so it's dazzling straight into the sun. I finally popped the sugar, started to flag up through the forest, and need something a bit stronger, so can't be far to Shield Hill, and then we're up onto the ridge for the final traverse. Shield Hill, finally attained. Absolutely spent. Haribo have kicked in. I've just taken my eye off the eating schedule, which quickly catches up with you this late in the day, and scranned another wrap and starting to feel a bit better, and the terrain is fantastic, weaving in and out of all these little rocky knolls. Superb. Well, we've got some more horrible tussocks, but I'm optimistic that once the next peak is attained, this will be the last that we see of them. 22, Gormashini. Well, it's been an absolute slog up here, but happy to report that the grass is back at ankle length, softly cushioned, and soon to pop out on North Top. Not the most peaky of peaks, but great views out to Arran, Else Craig over there, and the Mull of Kintyre. I think that must be Ireland in the distance. Just so beautifully runnable, or hobbleable, shuffleable, which is now. Really having to force down the wraps and the food now, but more of an eating challenge than a running / walking challenge. But popping out here on Peak 24, Shallow on Minna. The water that I topped up with in the forest on the climb up to Shield Hill was tasting a bit funny, and caused a unscheduled toilet stop not long ago, and but since forgotten, and we are now on Peak 25, Tarfessock North. Tarfessock South. Well, it's a testing climb, 40 miles in, up Kirrieoch, steep, even scrambly in places. Well, it's turning into an absolute blinder of an evening in the Galloway Hills as we pop out on Kirrieoch with the Merrick just over the hill. Huzzah! On top of the Merrick, the day's route laid out nicely before me. Quite a long way actually. Lovely to finish on gently rolling, flat, bouncy grass. Just what the legs need late in the day. Number 29, it's Ben Gallery. And there we have it. The final peak, Bennon. Haven't seen one of these for a while. A path. Here we are, running in. 1932. Happy. Sub 14. Bracy. Yes.